Alright, here's a few starting tips on the Suzuki 6. I think I messed just about all of them up. Before you get going, you want to check your oil. And I've tried working top to bottom. Sometimes I remember everything, but make sure the little vent cap's open. Come down on this motor, you can run off external tank or internal tank. So you make sure there's gas in the tank, that you got oil. And we're running off the internal tank, so that selector's there. Some other motors have a switch where it's a fuel cutoff. And if you're starting cold, here's the choke. You pull that out. It's been running. And throttle. Oops, throttle. Crack it to the start position. So that's already too many things to remember. So I'm drawing up a checklist, going to laminate it, put it on the motor. Won't start if it's in gear. I figured that out. Won't start if the kill switch is on it. Safety key. This 6 here's the fitting for the external tank. There it is right there. So you can go all day with that, but you're just going short. I think the internal tank's a half gallon, something like that. We'll look it up, find out for sure. But keys in, it's in neutral. It's already warm, so we don't need to choke it. So reach up. Little pull. If it'll idle, then no need to mess with the choke. If it starts to die, you can choke it in and out a couple times. And what we're doing now is we're flushing because we've been out in salt water. So running a motor in a bucket, just what everybody likes. One of the skipper's favorite things. Do that, you have to get the water intake down there just above the prop. You got to get that submerged. It's not in gear, so we're just what's pumping, circulating the water right now is the exhaust coming out. And then you check the little drain hole, make sure the water's coming out, and let it run 5 or 10 minutes. I believe this motor has a thermostat, so it's got to get warm enough for that thermostat. You can check the temperature on it for water to start coming out. The Suzuki 6. There's a little gas tank right there. It's kind of hard to see what the fuel level is. This there, you can just look in the top. If you don't see some fuel, maybe you should add some. Or switch it over and run off the external tank. The 6 will push this 19-foot boat that weighs 800 pounds, plus gear and people probably over 1,000. It'll push it right along at 1/3 throttle up to hull speed, which is around 6 knots or so. So that's getting ready to get this all cleaned up and get it back in the garage. Hope you're having a good one.